All right, so the first thing that I wanted to do is just kind of give you guys a little bit of a preview and show you some things that you may not have seen. I know that our group has gotten so large. There are so many posts in there. Sometimes things can get lost, and that's one of the things that we're changing for June. So starting tomorrow, you guys are going to actually see that there are going to be 3 posts from the leaders that you see post every single day. Myself, Coach Julie, and Coach Allie, and then we have a supporting cast of a plethora of Candace and Judy and Aaron and Shanna. There's a whole bunch of us in there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create an image for you guys so that you can see who the coaches are so that you know where to ask help. But starting tomorrow, you're going to see 3 different posts. You're going to see your normal morning motivation post, and it's also going to have a place for you to drop your sweaty selfie. So you guys know how we ask you guys to check in each day, show us that you got your workout done, hold yourself accountable, but instead of us posting them in the thread to where questions and kind of important things get lost, we're going to actually have a spot for you to do it. So Julie tomorrow will post them. I think she's going to post it at like 6 o'clock in the morning like she normally does, and your sweaty selfie will go below that particular photo. Then we're going to have a spot for you guys to ask questions. We know that questions come up. You guys do a great job of asking, can I have this? Can I have that? Could this be approved? You've already started using the questions and comments photo that we had. It's going to be very similar to that, except for it'll be a different tip each day, and your questions can go below that. The awesome thing is they're going to be labeled. So let's say you hop in there tomorrow and you're like, I don't know where to find it. You're going to see it says Monday, questions, comments, concerns, and tip of the day. So you know your questions can go below there. And just make sure to tag your coach or myself so that we know that you've posted a question. We want to make sure that you guys know that we are here to support you 110%, but we also know that as our group grows, things can get lost, and we want to make sure they kind of stay streamlined. And then the last post, you guys do amazing on every single night. We're checking in. Did we get our workout in? Did we drink our shake? How was our nutrition? And did we have any of our quiet time? And you guys do a great job at doing that already, and so that's just going to continue. So those are going to be the 3 main posts tomorrow. So you may see, if you make a general post, your coach and I may just encourage you, hey, don't forget to post this below the picture. And that's just so everything can kind of stay streamlined and we know where to find everything. So the second thing that I wanted to do is just kind of give you guys a quick overview to make sure that you don't forget where to find important information in the group. Again, I understand, and your coaches understand, that there are quite a bit of us in there, and so things can get lost. And so if you know where to go, then when you lose a question or you have a question, you know there's going to be a spot for that. So let me share my screen with you guys really quick. So this is what your group would look like if you were on your computer. So the first thing that is so, so important, and if you have not checked it out and done it, is to make sure that when you click on that cover photo, you understand that all of your steps to get started, no matter if you've been on this journey with us since January and February and March and April, or you've just started with this journey today, this is where everything goes. So if you come up here, it's going to tell you, if you haven't introduced yourself to the group, we would love to know a little bit more about you. If you haven't signed your commitment contract, then here's exactly where it's at. The link is there, and it tells you exactly where to post that photo. And you guys have already done a great job. If I click on that, you guys have already done a great job at going in there and commenting and posting your contracts. That's exactly what we want you to do. The same thing with a video on how to access your Beachbody On Demand. Some of you have had questions about, where do I go? Where do I find my program information? This video is like 5 minutes long and explains exactly where to make sure that you are following a calendar. Several of you have asked about the meal plans that I've posted. Again, we know that things can get lost in that group. So they're right here on this cover photo. Anything that you need to know is going to be on this cover photo. All you have to do is click on it. The same if you're on your phone, you just click the top and it says view cover photo. I don't think you guys have the ability to change it, but it just says view cover photo. So if you click on it, you're going to see the comments right there. But the most important thing that I want you guys to know is where to post your photos when we check in on Monday. So you guys know we started the progress photo albums, and I kind of tried to make sure I went in and commented on each of your posts. but we don't want you posting these in the comments. We actually want you uploading them. So if you're on your computer, you just click add photo. And if you're on your phone, you go to the album and you just click add photo as well. But each Monday when we do our Monday check-in, so tomorrow when I post it, you will actually go to that album and upload your progress photo. A lot of you did a great job at putting your stats on it so that you already knew where they were at. So Adrienne did a great job. She put all of her stats right there in the middle. So when she goes to post it tomorrow, she'll be able, it's a lot easier for her to compare and contrast. So if you don't feel comfortable doing this, that's fine. You are totally allowed to send your measurements and your pictures to your coach. We just encourage that because it kind of shows that we're all on this journey. This isn't a comparison game. This isn't about she did better than I did. It's about sharing and encouraging others and really celebrating the process and the steps along the way, because everything is celebrated, whether it's a half an inch, a fourth of an inch, it is all a win. And so we want to make sure that those things are celebrated. The last thing that I wanted to show and make sure that you guys knew where to find is this photo albums. So if you click on photos, you're not going to see what I'm talking about. You actually have to click on the albums. And this is where all of the money in the gold is. It's where the different meal plans are. It's where different recipes are. Good Fixate cooking shows. If you guys haven't checked that out on Beachbody On Demand. So Allie already did a great job at posting the grocery list. So you guys have access to each and everything that we have tried to put together to help you guys be successful. So that's really the main thing that I wanted to just make sure and cover on the group, so that if you hadn't checked out that video, you knew where to find it. I'm going to page in my lovely comrade really quick and make sure that she doesn't have anything to add. So let me undo Miss Julie. Did I miss anything?
Not from that part. Can I talk about something that's near and dear to my heart?
Yes, if you want to start. So Julie is going to start with our number one biggest topic and probably the most difficult, and that is trusting the process. So go for it, ma'am.
Okay, this is something that is near and dear to my heart, and I talk with my challengers about this all the time, is to trust the process. Sometimes people are like, there's one of two ways people go at it, in that I can't eat all that food, that it's too much, or I'm eating too much food. And those are two really different things. You need to figure out what plan you're on based on the formula that is in the 21-day fix program. So the portion
or any program, whichever program you're doing, they all have the calculation.
Whatever program, they give you the guidelines. You are supposed to take your current weight, multiply it by 11, add 400, subtract 750, and that will put you in the calorie bracket you need to be in. If it seems like it's too much food, or it seems like it's not enough food, whichever way you're going, it's the right amount of food that you need to get the best results for you. Don't think you're smarter than the program. This program has been put together by nutritionists. They know exactly the amount of fuel you need for your body to work at its best performance. Optimally, you're looking to burn the fat off. Okay, you need this fuel. So yes, you have to eat all those containers. Don't think if I eat less, I'll burn it off faster. You're going to work to your own detriment in that. If you eat less than you're supposed to, your body goes into what's called starvation mode, and it like harkens back to caveman time when your body wasn't sure if it was going to get enough nutrition, and it would store the fat you had, and it would just hang on to it. And that's what you don't want your body to do. You want to give your body enough of the healthy foods that it knows that, oh, hey, I've got all this good stuff coming in. I can start burning off that excess. So you need to eat all your containers, space them out, double them up, do whatever you need to get all your containers in every single day. Don't think, oh, I'm not losing the weight as fast as I want to. I'm going to drop down a bracket. You don't want to do that. you're defeating yourself if you do that. You might plateau. If you stay the course and keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, you'll break through that plateau and you'll continue to lose weight. Don't think you're smarter than the program. I don't know how to stress that enough, and I don't know how to say that nice.
There isn't a nice way, and I'm bandwagging with her, because you guys, we have just been so brainwashed in that, and I get it, because I was that way when I was a yo-yo dieter, thinking I needed to eat less and eat not enough and barely scrape by with some crackers and whatever else. Like, that's just not, A, that's not healthy, and B, that's not the way to go. Your body needs fuel in order for it to build muscle, and especially if you're looking to lose 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, it needs the correct number of calories to make sure that your body can do that. So it is not uncommon for you to go through a week or two and step on, which brings me to my next point, and my biggest thing is to step on that scale and see that it has gone up a time or two. I cannot stress enough, and I say this as lovingly in mama bear form possible, but if you don't throw away that dang scale, other than when we tell you to get on there and we don't even really pay attention to that, because it is the worst measure of your success, guys. I promise you. And I can tell you this story because I live it every single day. From the time, now mind you, I have been on my journey for almost 5 years. And last summer, I was about 4 years into it. From about April until August, I did not lose a pound. I literally went up 1 to 5 pounds on any given day. Not one single time did I break the number where I was stuck at. Had I used that as my indicator of success and said, I'm not losing, I'm not seeing any, like, it's not happening, I'm not doing it, I would have given up. And so I understand what it's like to get on there and be so frustrated that you're like, I'm just not seeing it there. But here's the deal, guys. Our success doesn't come from there. This is why we harp so much on taking pictures. Y'all, none of us like taking those pictures. I can tell you right now, 5 years into this journey, I absolutely hate taking before and progress photos, because it's just not a fun. It's uncomfortable and it's vulnerable, and nobody likes to do that. But I look back at my journey now, and I'm so grateful and thankful that I was pushed to take those photos, because that showed me the change. Every time I took those photos last summer and saw the difference and saw the muscle definition and saw where my waist was going in, I wasn't seeing that on the scale. It's the same thing with your measurements. That's why if you have not taken your measurements ever on your journey, then go out tomorrow, go to Walmart. It's in the fabric and sewing section. It's like $2, and get the body tape measure and go and do your measurements, because yes, that is where you're going to start to see it. And even if you get to a point to where you're plateauing, I guarantee you that you're going to post those pictures and you're going to be frustrated and don't feel like you can see something. And we're going to see something that you don't, because it's hard for us to look at ourselves on an everyday basis and feel like we're seeing success. But this is a lifestyle journey, guys. This isn't a 21-day. Yes, sometimes we focus on 21 days. Yes, sometimes we focus on 30 days. But at the end of the day, this is a lifestyle journey. It's about consistency over time. None of us are perfect. We are not going to preach to you that we are perfect. We all have bad days. We all have days where we have pizza, or we fall off and we have a beverage, or we have too much dessert. But the whole point of our groups and why we totally plug into this, and I don't see Allie on here, so I'm going to kind of bleed over into her topic just a little bit, but is the power of consistency. You guys, most of us are in these accountability groups because at one point in time, we have tried something and we quit, either a week or two or a couple months into it, or we got to that point and then we stopped and then we didn't ever go back. And so we joined this group for accountability and for support. And so the whole purpose of that is when we have those bad days, don't shy away, because your coach and myself will tell you that I'm not perfect. Y'all, I had a horrible day on Friday and we had pizza. Like, it just is what it is. But you know what I did? I got up Saturday. I didn't let that affect me. I knew I had a bad day, and I got up and I got going. So instead of that bad day being 2, 3, 4, 5 a week, a month, you now have the tools, you now have the plan, and you now have the support to say, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do the best I can tomorrow, and I'm going to make the best decisions I can. So it's about being consistent and understanding that this is a journey. You are going to have rough times in life. You are going to have days where you fall off the wagon so far gone that you don't even know what happened. You're going to go on vacation. You're going to have loss. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have things that you're going to face. But you have us here to support you and help you. And so Julie and I are going to kind of tandem on the fact that we are here to do everything that we can to help you. We are giving you the tools to be successful. You have the plan in place with nutrition. We are all adults and we can all read. But we cannot come do the work for you. We can give you as much information as possible to help you be successful. But at the end of the day, it's going to take you guys having the outside motivation, you guys having the desire to want to change, to go and put that plan into place. Because us just reading the information to you and sending the information to you doesn't do anybody any good if you don't do anything with it.
And so, I'm gonna jump in because Monica's like a mama and I'm not. And I'm gonna come in
my yin to my yang.
Yeah, I'm going to come in from the perspective of you came in here for a reason. You signed up for this. You made the decision to join. You spent the money. You made the investment because you want to make the change in your life. You have to do it. It's not Monica that's going to do it. It's not me that's not going to do it. It's not Allie. It's not Candace. It's not any of the other coaches that are in here that's going to do it for you. You decided you wanted to do it, so you've got to put the work in. We can't do the work for you. We can support you. We can help you with the tools. We can give you what you need, but we're not going to hold your hand, and we certainly can't do it for you. You spent the money. You made the financial commitment. You need to make sure you're making the emotional commitment too, because that's what it's about. Do you really want to change? Is it really what you want right now? I'm going to post some pictures in the group here in just a second. I put it on my own personal timeline. I am walking the freaking stage at the Beachbody Classic competition in 40 days. I am nowhere where I need to be. I had my husband take my progress pictures tonight, my lack of progress pictures tonight, because I'll be honest with you, I've been about 50-50 in the last couple of months. I haven't been 80-20, and I certainly haven't been 100%. And that's on me. It's not anybody else. That's on me. So I know what I need to do to get to where I want to be. You guys have all the tools right there to get to where you want to be. It's up to you to use them. Don't make excuses. Don't say, I had a hard day. Don't fall back on any other crutch you've ever used before. You are going to make this change if you want to.
Which, can we just give her a shout out? She's 53, walking across the stage in a teeny tiny bikini and stripper heels. So I know what it feels like. I mean, it's just, let's be honest, they are, because I had to wear them last year. So I get it. I know. And if I could be up there walking with her, I would.
And it's my competition bikini that I did my pictures in. So you guys can see.
Look, I can't wait to see. And that, like, y'all, that brings me to my biggest point of the night. And it's the mental and emotional commitment that comes out of this journey. You guys, this journey it's nothing. Physical is a huge portion of it. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're changing from the inside out, because we can change on the outside all day long. But if we're not changing our heart and we're not changing our mind, then something's going to happen and we're just going to go right back to the person that we used to be. And that's exactly why we started this new idea this month of reading a personal development together as a group. We harp on this a lot in our coaching journey, and it has by far changed my life. And I can tell you that I was never a person that I love to read, but I was never a person that used to read for a purpose unless I had schoolwork or I was teaching or whatever. And so we picked this book because it's very lighthearted. I apologize for the language, but she's super candid and very hilarious. And she gets to the point, and it gets you to see that there are some, things that we can change mentally. So on our next call, we'll be about 2 weeks into the month. We are going to kind of do a small book talk and talk about those things. Because it's such a great book. And look, she's hopping on. I love it because this is like her motto book. I think she's read this book like 3 times. And so, you know, we're going to be pulling quotes from there and pulling conversation topics to help get you guys to see that this is just the mental journey is the hardest journey. You can get the willpower to do the nutrition. You can get the willpower to get up and do the workout, but the mental game is where it's going to come. And that's where you're going to see the change dramatically the most. So I'm going to I know she just topped on and she's probably like, what? But I'm going to let Allie just kind of say her tidbit about personal development and You Are a Badass. Then we'll open it up for some questions and answers for you guys. And this is your time to really like dig at us. Like if there's something you don't know, if you don't know where to find something, we want to make sure that you guys know that we are here to help you and that you can put a face with the people that are posting every day. All right, let me unmute you, Allie. Hold on. All right, you're good, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry that I am late to the meeting. I'm up at our cabin, and I'm sorry if I'm scratchy or don't have a very good connection. I couldn't get on at first, and so I've been searching around and trying to find a better connection. But anyway, I'm so glad I get to see you guys and see all of your lovely faces. And I'm sure Monica and Julie and others have been rocking out some fun little tidbits tonight already. And I know you were just talking about You Are a Badass. Monica, can you guys still hear me or am I scratching up? Oh, okay, good. Yes, You Are a Badass. You guys, when I found that book, my gosh, I was like, oh, the angels sang and they're speaking to me. It really is like just so motivating. And I don't know, everybody is totally different. And you guys might find a book that is more your vibe or more in the voice that you like to hear. You know, I mean, every book and every author has a voice, and she just kind of speaks my language. So that's why I really enjoy her. And she just kind of, I feel like I'm like, we get each other. I get this, you know? And so every chapter, no matter if I had time to just read seriously like a paragraph or like one page, because I know we're all busy. Sometimes you can't get, you know, a whole bunch of personal development reading in. But even if you just get one paragraph or one page, you guys, I swear, you will find a little tidbit and just a little nugget of awesomeness like every time you open this book. So I really hope you guys enjoy it and just make it a part of your routine and just find just a little moment to yourself, just to find a little time tucked away that you can take a read, because I promise you, you're not going to regret it. And I just think it can set you up so well for not only our fitness journeys, obviously, and nutrition, but just our overall healthy living for, you know, body, mind, spirit, whatever, emotional development, just everything in the way you view the world and think about yourself in that world and what our place is within this wonderful world we live in. And I just think that it's just such a neat book to kind of use as a springboard. So anyway, I hope you guys, if you don't have it already, I hope you choose to get it. And if you're already in the middle of an awesome one, you know, keep on, but I really highly recommend this one. So I hope you guys
And we're not saying to go out there and like you have to read. We're not going to give you like breakdowns of you got to read chapters 1. This is not a college, you know, no. 10 minutes a day is what I stress to my coaches because we're all busy. So I always say if that means 10 minutes while you're sitting in the bathroom and you lock the door so you can be away from the kids, then by God, do the 10 minutes while you're sitting in the bathroom. I don't know who spends that long in there, but I don't. But it's 10 minutes. Sometimes I do just to, you know, get away from the kids. But it's like our safe haven, except for it's really not. So don't think that we're saying you got to spend an hour long reading. We're just saying 10 minutes, invest in, and you will see how much your mind will start to change over time. So we got a couple minutes left. I'm going to open it up to questions for you guys. Or if some of the other coaches just want to introduce themselves and say hi, we can do that real quick too. I've got a lot of you on here. And then obviously we all know that we always like to take a picture before we get off just to say, hey, look at us. So questions, comments, concerns about anything that you need help with? Look, I mean, I know we're pretty good. I know, right? Nobody, don't be scared. I know, right? We're the best teachers ever. Look, you got 3 former and current teachers right here. That's what it is. Like, it's the teaching background in us. Well, we know that y'all don't not have questions.
I hear Mom.
Somebody's kids. I hear the kiddos. I love it. Okay. Well, if you do have questions, I will post this recording on on the group page so that you guys have it. You can go back and listen and hear our Mama Bear Tough Love, and know that we're here to support you and here to help you. And we know that you can be successful. We know that you're worthy. We know that you belong in this group. It's time for you to realize that and you to start to see the new you, because that's exactly what it's going to be. Whether you've been on this journey with us since January or last year or whenever, or whether you just jumped in today, guys, this is the beginning of something great, and I can't wait. So just remember that tomorrow starts the new format. So as Julie posts in the morning, and then Allie will post midday, and I'll post in the evening, make sure and try to keep things streamlined and just post below those pictures so that we can make sure everything stays in one place and we don't lose any of your guys' questions or comments, because we know how important they are, and we want to make sure that you guys don't feel left out. So if we don't have any questions, and we'll let y'all go. My husband's going to take me to go see Wonder Woman.
I'm going tomorrow night.
Y'all listen. I have 3 boys, so of course I got to be like superhero, but I just, whatever. I'm going to go, and hopefully I like it. I know you're like Wonder Woman. I've heard it's great. My sister-in-law said it's great, and my mom's here, so if I can get a quick date night in, and even it's to the movies, then I'm going to take the opportunity. So,
Hey.
All right, everybody have a great night.
All right, wait. Everyone say cheese. Hold on. Everyone say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Bam. All right. All right, ladies. Have a wonderful evening. We will talk to y'all soon. 2 weeks. That's when our next call is. Boom.